to United by Juno. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's had a decent day, decent weekend. Um, this is the match reaction to Manchester United versus Everton at Old Trafford. Before we get into that, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll really appreciate it. Anyway, guys, today another disappointing result. The team played decent football today. It was extremely open. It was extremely open. We do struggle to dominate teams, but the team played decent football today. We had Mcfred in the midfield again, unfortunately. I actually thought they had one of their better games, and when they have one of their better games, it's because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer doesn't put shackles on their feet. Uh, they basically do whatever he wants, and that's why he likes them, but they are not great footballers. They are not Manchester United standard footballers. Uh, and I really think that they ultimately let the team down. I think they had, like I said, they had one of the better games, but numerous times, I think they were defensively out of position. If you watch Matic play, he's almost never out of position. He knows the role so well. I have no idea why Matic doesn't get more game. If I was the manager, guys, I would make sure that Matic plays every single Premier League game, at least 60 to 70 minutes of every single Premier League game. He transforms the team so much. He transforms the team so much. And Pogba, a world class midfielder. I don't understand how Ole Gunnar Solskjaer doesn't see that as an issue, that we want to keep Pogba at the club. You see how he plays for France next to Kante. Basically, Pogba next to any decent CDM is better than it's possibly one of the best midfielders in the world. With Bruno ahead of them, that is crazy. That is Manchester United standards, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is just not bringing Manchester United standards this season. With that squad, especially with that squad that he brought in Varane, he brought in Sancho, he brought in Ronaldo, there's Cavani, Greenwood, a player that's playing now and for the future. He has Martial, who had a good game today. Unfortunately, he had, I don't know if it was a muscle cramp or knock, but it was good to see Martial play. We have Rashford coming back. We have our captain, who has actually since maybe beginning or middle of last season, he's been playing really well. Luke Shaw, arguably top two left backs in the league. Maybe even, I'm not sure, but at least top 3 to top 5 in the world. Adam Wan-Bissaka, not the best going forward, but he's really good on the one-on-ones. He's a really good right back in terms of his defensive abilities. Not to mention our strike force. I've probably mentioned them already, but let's mention them again. Our strike force. We have Edison, Cavani, and Ronaldo fighting for that spot. I mean, I would go as far as saying Edison Cavani, throughout his career, he has been underrated. Until today, I think he is still underrated as a striker. And he's old. He's in his past. I guess he's past his prime years already. Same with Ronaldo. However, they're still probably best in the world. Not the best, but they are up there with the best in the world, and they're fighting for that striker's position. And we have Mcfred playing in the midfield, guys. Mcfred playing in the midfield. I do think they had a decent game. The better games that they have played together, I do think so. However, they were out of position. On the counter-attack, Fred should have had the professional foul. He just doesn't have the know-how of that position. And yes, he says he's learning, he says he's doing this and doing that in training, but this is Manchester United, guys. We need Matic there. We need Matic to play every single Premier League game. Even if he doesn't train 100%, and yes, there is games when Matic doesn't play well, but Matic is still better. Matic and Pogba, they should be picking themselves in the centre mid position, and they do not. Donny van der Beek in the week throwing his gum, Ollie making jokes about it, not swallowing his gum. Donny van der Beek is better than Fred and McTominay, in my opinion, and in many fans' opinion. He is the better centre midfielder. Wherever he wants to play in the midfielder, Donny can play that position. He has come out, he has said it in the media already, and he's just not getting game time. He has bulked up during the summer, and I can understand why he wants to move, and I applaud him for moving, because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is taking his career as if he's not a good player. Donny van der Beek is a good footballer. He's come up through the Ajax Academy. He's a good footballer. He can play anywhere in the midfield, and Ole seems to see Donny van der Beek as Bruno's replacement, but it's not Bruno's replacement. He can play anywhere in the midfield. He can be any midfielder's replacement. So, yes, the team played better football today. It wasn't as stagnant. And that was because Fred and McTominay was given license to move around the pitch. You saw people pass and move, and because you saw that, you saw Martial stepping up to the plate. You saw Sancho coming on. Sancho looked a lot better today, and that was because he had players around him. And that ultimately, in my opinion, guys, comes down to the fact that Mcfred had a lot of freedom today, but still, that does not mean that they were good enough, guys. They were not good enough. Let's just go through the team. De Gea, he had some moments today, and he always plays well. I think he picks himself. I'm not going to speak too much about him. I pick him over Henderson every day of the week. Lindelof today had the Mardi Gras in his pocket. Lindelof actually had a good game today. Varane picks himself. I think Varane always plays well. Luke Shaw, in the first half, I don't think he played too well. I think he had a right game. I actually think Anwar Masaka and Greenwood on the right side, they were playing quite decently today. However, Luke Shaw, he came into the game slowly. Martial, brilliant goal. I think he had a really good game today. I think that is the Martial we're looking for. Let's just hope he gets some consistency. Edison Cavani should have had a goal. He just had to edit that ball in the first half. A bit more to the right was a good save by Greenwood, but that's also expected. But you saw that experience of Edison Cavani. Headed it down into the ground, make it difficult for the keeper. Bruno had I think he had a good game today. That was a really good pass from him. If you go watch the goal again, that first touch from Bruno is immaculate, guys, and his pass is even better. He could have hit it hard and be like, Martial, you weren't quick enough, but he hit it perfectly. He hit it in a way that the defenders could have got there, but if Martial got there, it was the perfect ball for him, and that's exactly what came off. And yes, people get on Bruno's back. He gives the ball away, but it's because he's a risk taker. He doesn't care what people think about him. He cares about the result. And sometimes the result isn't great, but most of the time, 60% of the time, 70% of the time, he pulls it off, guys. What else can I speak about? Yeah, so I've been through the team. My man of the match, I haven't chosen the man of the match. I don't know who to choose as the man of the match, guys. In a game like that, I think Greenwood had a really good game today. I think Greenwood, kudos to Ollie for sticking with Greenwood. I don't know, guys. Man of the match. The game was so open. There was so much going on, and we're not controlling the game, guys. And that's because of our centre mid positions. I think today I'm gonna give it to Bruno. I think he had a good game. I think he had a good assist. He done what he needed to today. I don't think he can be at fault. I don't think many players can be at fault for the goal we conceded. I just think we really need to sort out that central midfield position, because ultimately I blame Fred for that. He should have fouled that player. I'm not sure who it was. He was there. He should have done the professional foul, because as soon as the corner got the ball, United were not in position, and Everton just ran riot. Unfortunately, Shaw, he was obviously following the play. tried to stick as close to his centre back as possible. However, Everton played good football, keeping their winger wide, and it was just unfortunate. I honestly, if I were to blame the goal on anybody, I'm gonna blame it on Fred. I think he just doesn't know he just doesn't have the know-how. He's like a bulldog, but when he needs to be in position, he's not. And that wasn't. There was a couple of times throughout the game where either Fred or McTominay weren't in position defensively, and they just not the they were everywhere, they were there to help out the team. They were very energetic, as Ollie has described them, but they are not Paul Pogba and Matic. In terms of ability, guys, Paul Pogba can pull a madness off. Matic knows that role inside out. He's won the Premier League in that position, guys. Ollie is gonna die on his own sword, and his own sword is Matic and is McTominay and Fred, guys. That's my post match. I haven't gone much into detail. I just think it was a very open game, and us as Manchester United, we should be controlling games, especially at Old Trafford. We should be controlling games, and we are not controlling games. The games that we are playing are extremely open, and in my personal opinion, it comes down to McTominay and Fred. No matter what Ollie tells him to do, no matter how they play, they are not good enough. They are not Manchester United quality, and that's just what I think, and I'm sure it's what many other people think. Anyway, guys, thanks for the support. Just watching the video, clicking on the video. Thanks for the support. It's much appreciated. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.